Hello everyone. In our today's session, we are going to discuss some other molecules which are having sp3, sp2 or sp hybridization of the central atom. So far we have discussed all the three hybridizations, but in those examples we had only one type of central atom. But in this topic we will study or we will discuss those molecules in which there are two central atoms and both are having either sp or sp2 or sp3 hybridization. Clear? So let us first take the example of sp3 hybridization that is found in ethane. Now ethane is, again we know, it is the second member of alkane family. So after methane the second member is ethane. So it is a saturated hydrocarbon, ethane. Now here carbon in its excited state, as I told you in the previous lecture that the excited atom is always shown by putting a asterisk on the symbol of that atom. So carbon in the excited state has a configuration 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. So here you can see that all these four are the valence orbitals of carbon atom. Clear? And these four valence orbitals, they will undergo hybridization, means they will be intermixed up, so that 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are produced. As I told you before also that whenever there is sp3 hybridization, the arrangement of the hybrid orbitals around the central atom is always tetrahedral. Clear? So here we have two central atoms, two carbon atoms, and both are having 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. You can see they are tetrahedrally arranged around the carbon atom. Clear? So this is sp3 hybridization of both the carbon atoms. Now out of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, one orbital of both the carbon atoms will undergo axial overlap. Clear? We know that axial overlap is also called head-on overlap or head-to-head overlap, and that is always maximum overlap, and it will result in a strong sigma bond formation. So one of the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms will overlap, will undergo axial overlap, and they will form sigma bond between these two carbon atoms. Clear? A strong bond is formed. Now remaining 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms will overlap with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. Clear? Here on both the sides, both the carbon atoms are bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms, and that is why you can see that in this formula there are total 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. So 3 hydrogen atoms on each carbon atom. Clear? So remaining 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms will overlap with 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom. See here, this is very important. Carbon is utilizing its hybrid orbitals, and hydrogen atoms, they are utilizing their atomic orbitals. But as I told you before in the previous lecture also, that whenever there is involvement of hybrid orbital in the bond formation, then that bond is always a strong bond and it is a sigma bond. Clear? Moreover, whenever s orbital is involved in overlapping, it is involved in bond formation, then also there is always maximum overlap, and so also the bond formed is a strong sigma bond. So here you can see in the next figure that carbon-carbon by sp3 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms, okay, they are axially overlapped, and that is why sigma bond is formed. It is a single bond and the bond length value is 154 picometer. Clear? And 6 carbon hydrogen sigma bonds are formed. Carbon hydrogen bonds are also sigma bonds. Why? Because in this bond formation sp3 hybrid orbitals of carbon and 1s atomic orbitals of hydrogen atoms are involved, and that is why 6 carbon hydrogen sigma bonds are formed, and the bond length is 109 picometer. Clear? Now here the bond length value of carbon that you have to remember, it is a single bond length value, and carbon hydrogen bond length value is also different. And as I told you, there is a tetrahedral arrangement of orbitals around the central atom, that is carbon atom, and so the geometry of this molecule will also be tetrahedral. Clear? Okay. Now let us come to sp2 hybridization in ethene. Ethene means 2 hydrogen atoms less than ethane, because ethene is a alkene, and alkenes, they always have 2 hydrogen atoms less compared to the corresponding alkane. So here again, carbon in its excited state is having this configuration in which there are 4 atomic orbitals of carbon atom, and all of them have unpaired valence electron in them. Now here we are talking about sp2 hybridization, means 2s orbital of carbon atom and 2pz orbital. These 2 orbitals for sure they will participate in hybridization, but out of 2px and 2py, either of these 2 will participate in hybridization, and that is how total 1 2s then 2 2p orbitals. So total 3 orbitals of carbon atom in its excited state are involved in hybridization, and so this type of hybridization is called sp2. sp2 means 1 s orbital and 2 p orbitals. Now this 2 p orbitals, out of this 2 p orbital, one is always pz, because we have also studied that pz orbital is also always oriented along the axis, and that is why the bond formed by pz orbital will always be a stronger bond. It can undergo maximum overlap. Clear? So 2pz and 2s orbitals are for sure they are involved in sp2 hybridization, but out of 2px and 2py, any one orbital is involved, and that is why total 3 orbitals of carbon atom are engaged in hybridization, and so 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are produced. Clear? We also know that the number of atomic orbitals involved in hybridization, the same number of hybrid orbitals are produced. So as there are 3 orbitals of carbon atom involved in hybridization, so 3 hybrid orbitals are produced. And we have also seen that in sp2 hybridization, 3 hybrid orbitals, they are always oriented along the 3 corners of equilateral triangle. Clear? So here you can see this carbon atom, it's the 3 hybrid orbitals which are shown in blue. They are sp2 hybrid orbitals of one carbon atom. You can see they are trigonally arranged around carbon atom. Similarly, another carbon atom, its sp2 hybrid orbitals are also trigonally arranged around carbon atom. So in this molecule also we are talking about 2 central atoms. Clear? So it is always the central atom which will undergo hybridization. Clear? So here 3 hybrid orbitals, sp2 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms are arranged like this. It means the bond formed by this sp2 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms will be planar, means they will lie in the same plane, on the plane of the paper. Clear? So you can see by out of 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, any one of both the carbon atoms will undergo axial overlap. You can see here, this is axial overlap. So sp2 axial overlap, so that sigma bond is formed. Clear? Remaining 2 sp2 hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms, they will overlap with 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom. So again there is involvement of 1s orbital. Clear? And there is involvement of a hybrid orbital. So there will be maximum overlap, and so sigma bond will be formed. So here you can see that it is sp2s overlapping. Clear? Here also it is sp3s overlap. So there are sp3s overlap. Total 6 sp3s overlap. So 6 sigma bonds are formed. Here 4 sp2s overlap. Clear? And that is why 4 carbon hydrogen sigma bonds are formed. Got it? Now, what about the fourth atomic orbital of carbon atom? As I told you, and 3 atomic orbitals of carbon atom are involved in hybridization and 1 is always left unhybridized. So suppose this orbital is either to px or to py. Clear? So any of this is lying perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. Means suppose this is the plane of the molecule in which 2 carbon atoms and 2 hydrogen atoms, their bonds are lying in this plane, and the px or py orbital, which is not hybrid orbital, it is the atomic orbital, it will remain perpendicular on both the carbon atoms like this. Clear? So the bond formed by this perpendicular orbital, clear, it will be perpendicular to the all these bonds which are present in the same plane. So here is this is not hybrid orbital, px or py is not hybrid orbital. So you can see that it is a dumbbell shape. I have shown 2 lobes, one above and one below the plane of the molecule, whereas hybrid orbitals, they have identical shape. Clear? So px or py orbital, whatever it is, it remains perpendicular to the plane of the molecule, and as it remains perpendicular, these orbitals, these 2 orbitals, for example, this is one carbon atom and this is another carbon atom. So their pz or px orbitals, they are perpendicular to the plane of the molecule, but they are parallel to each other. Clear? So whenever the orbitals are parallel to each other, they cannot undergo axial overlap, and so there will be sidewise overlap. Clear? So this is shown with black line. I have shown sidewise overlap, means it is like this. 2 perpendicular orbitals, they will overlap like this, sidewise overlap. Clear? And that overlap is always minimum overlap, and as a result weak pi bond is formed. Clear? Now here also you can see in this diagram, this 2 sp2 hybrid orbital will overlap. So by overlapping, they form this type of orbital, and it will result in sigma bond. Clear? These are understood. They are sp2s sigma bonds. Now this upper overlap and the lower overlap of 2px or 2py orbital will form 2 lobes, one above the plane of the molecule and one below the plane of the molecule. It means that the electron which is present in either 2px or 2py, it is free to move either in the upper lobes or in the lower lobes. So its position is not fixed. Clear? And that is why we show like this. These are by sidewise overlap of this px or py orbital, 2 lobes are formed. One is above the molecule and the other is below the molecule, and the electron present in this orbital is free to move. It can be either in the upper lobe, it can be in the lower lobe also. Clear? So as a result, this type of structure is formed. Here you can see carbon carbon, there is a double bond. Double bond means, see, by axial overlap of this hybrid orbital, sigma bond is formed. So out of this double bond, one is a sigma and the other is a pi. Clear? One is a sigma and the other is a pi bond. Clear? So pi bond is formed by sidewise overlap. Got it? Now here you can see bond length. Carbon carbon bond length is 134 picometer. It was 154 picometer in ethane. So if it is carbon carbon single bond, then the bond length is 154. But when it is double bond, then bond length is 134 picometer. And this also we have studied. Shorter is the bond length, stronger will be the bond. Clear? So here the carbon carbon double bond length value is shorter than single bond length value, and so this double bond is stronger. Clear? And carbon hydrogen bond length is 108 picometer. In ethane it is 109 picometer. So there is an effect of this double bond on the carbon hydrogen bond also, and that is why this bond length value has also reduced. Clear? Then this hydrogen carbon hydrogen, this angle is 117.6 degree, and hydrogen carbon carbon, this bond angle is 121 degree. So here you have to remember this bond angle values also. Clear? Actually the bond angle, whenever the arrangement of the orbitals around the central atom is a triangular, then the bond angle is 120 degree. But here you can see it is 121 degree. Clear? Because there are two central atoms, two carbon atoms are involved. Also there is a presence of double bond between two carbon atoms. So that will also affect the bond length value as well as the bond angle value. Now let us go for sp hybridization in ethyne. Ethyne means it is alkyne. So compared to ethene or compared to alkene, there are still two more hydrogen atoms less. Clear? So here again I have written the electron configuration in the excited state of carbon. As we are talking about sp hybridization, so it is obvious that 2s and 2pz orbital of carbon atom will undergo hybridization in order to produce sp hybrid orbital. As two atomic orbitals are involved in hybridization, two hybrid orbitals will be produced. Clear? Two sp hybrid orbitals will be produced, and this sp hybrid orbitals, one of them is utilized with the other sp hybrid orbital of another carbon atom. Clear? So both the carbon atoms will utilize one of their two sp hybrid orbitals. So this is axial overlap, sp axial overlap between the two carbon atoms. So sigma bond is formed. Clear? And another sp orbital of both the carbon atoms will be at 180 degree. We know that whenever there is sp hybridization, the bond angle is 180 degree. Clear? So the compound or the structure is linear. Clear? So here this another sp orbital is also it is oriented opposite to the first sp orbital. Clear? And this hybrid orbital, sp hybrid orbital of carbon, will overlap with 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen. So this is sps overlap. Here also it is sps overlap, and so sigma bond is formed. So in ethyne molecule, between two carbon atoms, due to sp overlapping, strong sigma bond is formed, and due to sps overlapping of carbon and hydrogen orbitals, sigma bond, again strong sigma bonds are formed. Clear? Now what about these two atomic orbitals? They have not participated in hybridization, so they will remain as it is, perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. Now suppose this green orbital is a px orbital. It remains perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. Clear? And that is why it will undergo sidewise overlapping. So both the carbon atoms will have their px orbital perpendicular to the plane of the molecule, but these two px orbitals are parallel to each other. So green line, green horizontal line, is the overlap between px orbital, and these are not hybrid orbitals. They are atomic orbitals of carbon atom. Clear? So sidewise overlap will result in a weak pi bond. Clear? Now py orbital. So black are the py orbitals. They are also perpendicular. So here you can see these py orbitals, they are also dumbbell shaped. They are atomic orbital and not hybrid orbitals. So they will also undergo sidewise overlap. Clear? So in ethyne molecule, two atomic orbitals px and py of both the carbon atoms, they undergo sidewise overlap, and that is why two pi bonds are formed. Here you can see one is a sigma bond and the other two are pi bonds. So in ethyne molecule, two atomic orbitals of both the carbon atoms are involved in overlapping, and that is why two pi bonds are formed. In ethene, only one atomic orbital, that is either px or py, of both the carbon atom is involved, and that is why only one pi bond is formed. But here there are two pi bonds formed. Clear? So here you can see carbon-carbon sigma bond is formed. It is by axial overlap of sp-sp hybrid orbitals of both the carbon atoms, and carbon-hydrogen sigma bonds are formed, which is due to the sp-s overlap. Clear? sp-s matlab sp is hybrid and s is atomic orbital. Clear? So here you can see, if you connect this, then it is the planar molecule. So the carbon hydrogen bonds and carbon carbon bond, they are in the same plane. Clear? But the bond, pi bond, which is formed by overlapping of orbital, it is perpendicular to the plane, one above and one below. Clear? So here in ethyne there is carbon carbon triple bond, and this bond length value is even shorter than 134 picometer. In our textbook, in case of ethyne, carbon carbon triple bond length value and carbon hydrogen single bond length values are not given, so you also don't have to remember it. But bond angle you can remember, it is 180 degree. Clear? Now apart from this, in your textbook one small table is given in which different 3 or 4 molecules are given, different types of hybridization like sp, sp2, sp3, then dsp2, then sp3d2 or d2sp3. So this 5 different types of hybridization and their examples, and which atomic orbitals, or total how many atomic orbitals are involved in that. So that small table is given in your textbook, so that you have to remember for objectives, either MCQs or fill in the blank. In our next lecture, we will go for 2 different types of hybridization in which there is involvement of d orbital also. Clear? So this is all for today. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.